Hey guys. I just wanted to talk about a Netflix show that I've been watching. I decided that, well, if I'm gonna talk about what I think about movies, why can't I talk about what I think about TV shows? And I do watch a lot of TV shows. I watch Game of Thrones. I'm binge watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I do want to talk about those, the 4 seasons that I have access to on Netflix. I know there's more, but I really can't watch it in my country, in South Korea. But today I'm here to talk about Sex Education because I've watched the 8 episodes of Sex Education, and I just wanted to talk about what I think. First of all, it's aesthetically beautiful. Like, not because there's like graphic porn in it. The colors in this TV show is one of the most beautiful uses of color I've ever seen. It's very colorful with use of a lot of like contrasting colors and very soft colors as well. And each character has a little bit of a color scheme going on. For example, Otis has his signature jacket, which is a mixture of a little bit of beige brown and red and blue. Maeve has a little bit of purple and blondish color to her. Jackson has a red and greenish color tone. And Eric is just very wild. While I was watching Sex Education, I also watched the 2 seasons of 13 Reasons Why, and I found a little bit of a similarity that a lot of Netflix shows are going for when they're building these teen, young adult shows. The main character is a nerd. He has to. Let's say it's a he. The male protagonist is a nerd. He's awkward but kind of cute. I wouldn't say slim because I wouldn't say that I forgot his name. Was it Justin? No, it wasn't Justin. Well, the guy's name in 13 Reasons Why, the main character, I forgot his name. Clay is not very slim, but he does have that awkward nerdish feel to him. And the story kicks off when they meet this very attractive girl who's a little bit like, fuck the world, you know. Maeve is definitely like this kind of character type, character mold. She is very, she doesn't get along with others. She's very smart, however, which is I think it's a safe formula to pursue a romance, because I found myself rooting for these two in a relationship a lot throughout this show, and they do take a lot of twists and turns around, you know, the storyline and how these relationships develop. I think, however, the surprising thing about this show is that well, the show itself is called Sex Education, and a lot of these things that the show deals with is not just about, you know, relationships and how we deal with them. It's also about like things that we teenagers, well, I'm not a teenager, but young people can go through when they're, you know, just trying to get to know what sex is. And, you know, there's a lot of problems that encompasses that. And I think the show does a good job of actually delivering on its promise. However, the main factor of the show is still the relationship between the characters and the dynamic and the drama and the romance. And I think it was dealt pretty well. There's a lot of twists and turns. You actually genuinely feel about these characters, and there are certain moments where I think the actors really did a great job in portraying the sadness that that certain moments can have. Especially the actor that plays Eric, I thought was very, very good. Maeve, I thought, was also very good, and the actor playing Otis as well was very powerful in their performances. Yeah, so I think that this show has really sold me on this dynamic, and I really want to see a second season to see what happens to these characters. Any gripes that I had? Sometimes it gets a little bit boring with a couple of storylines involving. Well, I thought the storyline with a guy called Adam was. I really didn't like when he was on screen, partly because he was not a likable character. So when the show tries to redeem him in some way, I was kind of conflicted because I kind of felt bad for him at the same time, but I really didn't like him at the same time. The same happened at first with Eric, because Eric, he's such a powerful and energetic character, but also that can get on some people's nerves. Like, if I was Eric's friend, I wouldn't really like to hang out with him. But I think Eric is redeemed at the end of his arc. I think there's a great sequence where he goes to church with his family, and not to spoil a lot, but he kind of embraces what he has to embrace. And I thought his storyline was dealt well. What else? I kind of wanted to see more of Maeve's brother. I thought their dynamic was very interesting. And it actually gave us a lot of insight into what Maeve is like as a human being, and what her past is, and how it affects her in the present. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Sex Education because it's a beautiful show. You should really check it out just because it's very beautiful. Like, its use of colors, man. Any artist, I think, would love to imitate that style because it's such a beautiful style, and it brings about a nostalgic feel to it because it uses a lot of soft colors, like I said. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it about Sex Education. I think it's really a double-edged sword when you talk about stuff this explicitly about, sex and education and sex education. It can be it can turn off some people, it can turn on a lot of people at the same time, and I think they kind of succeeded with this. So I'm really looking forward to what they come up with next and how they go on with the storyline. However, in the next seasons, if they screw up the storylines, I don't think this season's going to be as special as it was, because I think they did a really good job in creating the dynamics and relationship between characters. Alright, that's it for Sex Education, and I really want to talk about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine series because I really like those series, but I tend to binge watch them, so I probably have to go through season by season and kind of go through how the show has evolved over the years, and I really need to get access to all the later seasons as well. So, yeah, that's that, and I also want to talk about Love, Death plus Robots, because that's one of my dream come trues, and when it comes to like a competent director like David Fincher and cyberpunk, and like I don't watch anime, but anime looks so cool. I don't know if it's anime or not, but I'm so excited to watch that. It's like a fine wine. I just need to find that one great moment to watch it, and I just haven't gotten to do it because I've been very busy with college and whatnot. So yeah, I should stop rambling. That's that. I'll see you if you hang out, you can hear me talk about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine series. So yeah, see ya.